Welcome to React Native tutorial. I'm going to show you the simplest way to write test case in React Native. React Native already come up with basic testing. You can try it by simply do yarn test and you can see one test is passed. This test is coming from this folder, so every file under this folder will automatically getting tested. To write test case, the pattern most of the time is to test something and expect something. But you notice that there is no IntelliSense for it. You need to add types.js module. Now the IntelliSense will show up and it is easier for us to write test case. Let's start with a simple function to add two numbers. In our test file, import the function. Then write test, add numbers, which you can change it to any string. Then pass the function. Then expect add numbers 1 and 2 to equal 3. Then we test it again using yarn test. Expect also have other function like to be truthy, to be falsy, to be defined, or even not to be defined. So if I test again, it will fail. This kind of test is called unit test, where you test your function or class one by one and expect them to behave correctly. Another pattern for writing tests is to mock something. Mock is used to replace certain part of your logic. For example, if I import track function from analytics and put it inside add numbers, I need to mock it so it doesn't send something to server and break my testing. By the way, this track function is just a function to call Firebase function that doesn't exist. So if I try to yarn test again, the test will fail because obviously this do some Firebase logic doesn't exist. Go back to our test file and mock it by passing the file path. So everything that exported underneath this path will be mocked. So if we test again, this test will success. Now that we already mock it, if we try to import the function and console log it after the mock, you can see that it's returning mock function instead of the actual one. That means you can do more things to this function. For example, this mock return value. If we use it like this mock function will make the actual function to return a value. You can also test whether this track function is called by writing expect track to be called or to be called with add numbers. Because if you remember, this function is called with that value. Enough with unit tests. Let's move to another kind of test called UI test, which tests the functionality of your UI with the help of React Test Renderer. I have a simple view here with a background color red. In our test file, first we import React, then create from React Test Renderer, import the screen, then we render the screen by using create function. The first test I wanna do is to make sure that it renders correctly by testing the snapshot. Here we expect 3 to match snapshot. This test will automatically render your component and save it to snapshot folder. You can see that the view is rendered with background color red. This is also to make sure that if I update the component or its children in the future, it doesn't break my UI. For example, if I change this background color from red to black, the test will fail and tell you that the snapshot has been changed. But if this change is expected, simply do yarn test-u to update the snapshot. Now the background color in the snapshot changed to black. Now, let's test a state change. Here my screen has a status state, a text that simply displays the status, and a button that sets status with button pressed. So if I press this button, it will set a new state and the text will display button pressed. Create another test button press. Here we will try to press the button, then expect text to equal button pressed. Now how to get the button and the text component? We need to implement a special prop in our component called test ID. Let's say my text and my button. Then inside our test, because we make the component to re-render when we press the button, we need to use act function from React Test Renderer. First, we get the button by using tree, root, find by props, test ID, then my button, props. Then we use act, passing a function, then button on press. Then to get the text, same as button but replace test ID with my text. expect text.children, because text content is a children, to equal button pressed. Yarn test again to see the result. If I try to write an effect and do console log here, there will be an error because it is an asynchronous task. And the test is finished before console log happen. The best way to run asynchronous task is by mock the timer. Write jest.use fact timers before the tree is created. Or to make sure that your mock is called before anything else, create jestsetup.js file and put it there. Then, in setPacket.json, write setup files under jest key. Fill it with rootdir, then the file path. With this, jestsetup will be called before the test running. Also, inside eslinrc, add env jest equal true. To make eslin not complain, you write jest outside of test folder. Go back to test file. Now, you can remove this line. Then, write jest.run all timers after the tree is created. Yarn test again and this console log will be triggered. Same thing if I use set timeout to set the status after a second. Write test call timeout, then act jest run all timers. Get the text component, then expect text.children to equal timeout is called. Run the test again to see the result. Let's say the status state is inside a Redux. Then we use dispatch to dispatch a new status. The reducer is just a simple reducer to handle the status. To test it, create the store the same way as you create for your app. Import create store from Redux. Import provider from React Redux. Import your root reducer. Then create the store with the reducer and initial state. Then wrap your component with Redux provider. With this, you don't need to mock anything, and if your reducer is changed in the future, this test case will tell you whether this change is breaking your UI or not. Also, to check if your state is stored properly, simply use store.getState, then find your state. Now, what if you have middleware like Redux Tongue, which using function as an action instead of object? Because middleware is just another asynchronous task, we can use it straight away to our store. Let's say you use Axios to make some request to your server. To use it in your test, mock it in jestsetup. Then, inside our test file, we import the Axios. Then mock the function that you use by using mock implementation. Return a promise and pass the response. With this, you can get the response immediately instead of calling the actual server. Let's say I have a screen with a navigation prop and a button that navigates to other screen. Passing navigation prop is easy. Create navigation object with navigate as jest function and pass it to our screen. Write the test case, get the button and press it. You notice I'm not using act function as it doesn't make my screen re-render. Then expect navigation.navigate to be called or to be called with the screen name. Also, if you use some function from React Navigation, just mock it like you mock Axios earlier. When you try to import an image file, you might get an error because the image is using a suffix like x here. Simply add module name mapper in your jest config like this to fix it. Now if we test again, it will pass. The last thing I want to talk about is generating a report. This is to know how much code is being covered by all your test cases. Some projects require you to make all statements, branches, functions, and lines cover more than 80%. To get this test coverage, write collect coverage as true in jest config. And if you yarn test again, The report will be generated under coverage folder, iCov report, index.html. That's it for testing in React Native. Hope you enjoy doing it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't doing so. My name is Verly and I will see you next time.